today we're going to be describing angle pair relationships and then using these descriptions to find angle measures. So we're going to go over 4 different types of angle relationships. The first being adjacent angles. So adjacent angles are 2 angles which share a common side. So if you look at our example, we have 2 angles and the side that they share is in the middle. So this is the shared side. So angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2. So complementary angles are 2 angles with a sum of 90 degrees. They may be adjacent, like in our first example, or they can be separate. So anytime you're looking at complementary angles, remember 90-degree angles are typically at the corner. So one little trick I use to remember complementary is 90 degrees because the C, I think of the corner. So if you look at this first example, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent because they share a common side and they meet in the corner. So a lot of the times complementary angles will have a little box right here that signifies that it's a 90-degree angle. But also you may have adjacent, or not adjacent, but you may have 2 angles that are separated. So if angle 1 adds to angle 2 and they have a sum of 90, then these 2 angles can also be complementary even though they're separate. The next one is supplementary angles. So supplementary angles are 2 angles with a sum of 180 degrees, and they also may be adjacent or separate. So when I think of supplementary angles, the S reminds me of a straight line because a straight line or a straight angle is 180 degrees. So supplementary angles will have some kind of straight line somewhere. So you can see in this example, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent. And then in this example, angle 1 and angle 2 are separate, but these add to 180 and these add to 180. And you'll notice that there's one acute angle and one obtuse angle. One acute angle and one obtuse angle. So more than likely you'll have one of each. Vertical angles are 2 angles formed by 2 straight lines that share a common vertex. So if we look at our example, here's a line and then another line and they share a common vertex. So angles 1 and 2 are vertical angles. And then if we look at the second example, again, 2 lines that are intersecting, they have a common vertex, and then you have angle 1 and angle 2 as vertical angles. So let's get some practice and figure out if the angles below are adjacent, complementary, supplementary, or vertical. So if we look at letter A, we have angle 1 and angle 2. They look to share a common side, and I can't really tell if these add to 180. So the best choice for this would be to say that they are adjacent angles. If you look at letter B, we have 2 intersecting lines that share a common vertex. So angle 1 and angle 2 would be vertical angles. Letter C, we have a straight line, and then we have an acute and obtuse angle. So we have straight line. The angle of a straight line is 180. So these angles would be supplementary because angle 1 plus angle 2 would equal 180. If we look at letter D, we have angle 1 and angle 2. They share a common side, but we can't really tell. It's definitely not a 90-degree angle, so they're not complementary. So we'll say that these ones are adjacent. take a look at this next one, letter E. What do you think these angles are here, angles 1 and 2? Angles 1 and 2 are definitely adjacent because they share this common side. Let's look at letter F. What relationship does angle 1 have with angle 2? Angle 1 and angle 2 are on a straight line. So when they're on a straight line, they more than likely add to 180, making these angles supplementary. Go ahead and try G and H on your own. So pause the video, write down what you think, and then check your work. Okay, letter G, there are adjacent angles because this is more than 90, but it's less than 180, and they share a common side, so that would be adjacent. And then we have two intersecting lines sharing a vertex, so angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical angles. Next, we're going to review the angle addition postulate. So if P is in the interior of angle ABC, then the measure of angle ABC is equal to the sum of measurement APB and the measurement of angle PBC. So let's take a look at these. So measurement of angle ABP is this small one here on the left-hand side. And then measurement of angle PBC is the larger one. So all this means is that if I wanted to find the measure of angle ABC, I can simply take this yellow angle and add it to this red angle, and it would give me the measure of the larger angle. So similar to when we did the segment addition postulate, we wrote segment addition statements. We can write angle addition statements. So here's what that would look like. The measurement of angle ABP plus the measurement of angle PBC is equal to the measurement of angle ABC. So this right here is your angle addition statement. So just remember that postulates are things that we just accept without proof, because it's pretty obvious that if these angles line up on a protractor and then we add them together, it equals the larger angle. So let's do some practice problems on the next slide. For these problems, we're going to first write an angle addition statement. Then we're going to find x and the measure of each indicated angle by using the angle addition postulate. So I want to find the measurement of angle Fox. I like when there are cool names like that. So FOX is the angle that I have to find the measurement for, and that is this angle right here. So I'm going to highlight some of the other angles just so we can make our angle addition statement a little bit more clear. So this angle right here, HOF, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that one in green. And then you'll notice that there's like this weird looking thing out here. This is talking about the measurement of angle HOX, so the very outside. So let's use this information to write our angle addition statement. So we have the measurement of FOX, or Fox. So measurement of angle FOX plus the measurement of angle HOF is equal to the measurement of angle HOX. So remember, FOX is the yellow angle, HOF is the green angle, and HOX is the large angle, or what we would get if we added the green one plus the yellow one. So now all we have to do to solve for x is substitute the expressions that they give us for each of these angles. So the measurement of angle FOX is 5x plus 7. And the measurement of angle HOF right here is 2x minus 1. So instead of HOF, we're going to substitute 2x minus 1, and then the measurement of HOX is this outermost part, and that's 8x minus 8. So we'll substitute that in for measurement of angle HOX. So now all we have to do is solve this equation. So let's combine our like terms. So 5x and 2x, that's going to give me 7x, and then 7 and negative 1, that's going to give me 6. So 7x plus 6 is equal to 8x minus 8. Then we want to get all your x's on one side. So I'm going to subtract the 7x over to make sure that my x term has a positive coefficient. So that would give me 6 is equal to x minus 8. And then I'm going to add the 8 over, and we get 14 is equal to x. And you want to make sure we write that down in our little answer box over here. So remember, I had to find the measurement of angle FOX. So FOX, or Fox, was 5x plus 7. So measurement of angle Fox is equal to 5x plus 7. And I just solved for x. So I just have to replace the x with the 14 that I just found. So 5 times 14 plus 7. 5 times 14 is 70. So the measurement of angle FOX is 77 degrees. So you're probably wondering what goes in this box. Because it was part of the directions to write an angle addition statement, that is what you are going to write in the top box. All right, awesome job, guys. So let's look at the next one. We're going to be finding the measurement of angle RAT, or RAT. So let's highlight that one. So we're looking for RAT. So by the end of this, that's the angle measure I need to find. So notice that in this problem, there's only 2 expressions, and in the last problem, there was 3. Why do you think that is? If you notice right here, this little box means 90-degree angles. So that means that these 2 angles are complementary. So let's write our angle addition statement. We have measurement of angle PAR plus measurement of angle RAT is equal to the measurement of angle PAT, which I know is 90-degree angles because of that little box. So now we're just going to replace these angles with the values that are given to me in the diagram. So angle PAR is right here. So I'm going to replace the PAR with 4x plus 12. And then measurement of angle RAT is 2x. So I'm going to replace that with a 2x. And then measurement of PAT, that's the outside right here. And I already know that that's 90. So I'm just going to write 90 degrees. Next, we're going to combine our like terms. So 4x and 2x, that gives us 6x plus 12 equals 90. Then we need to subtract the 12 over, and we get 6x equals 78. And then when we divide by 6, we get an answer of 13 for x. So to find measurement of RAT, all I have to do is substitute my answer that I found for x into this expression. So that would be 2 times 13, which is 26. So measurement of angle RAT is 26 degrees, and don't forget that your angle addition statement gets written in this top box, which we already wrote it here, so we can just write it again below. Okay, and just so you guys know, if you labeled your angles RAP instead of PAR, that is okay. And then if you switch the order of these, so if you did this one plus this one, that would still be correct. So in this next problem, we're looking for the measurement of angle LMD, which is right here. So we only have two expressions in this one. So what kind of angles are LMD and DMB? Because these two angles are on a straight line and they have an adjacent side, they are supplementary angles. So let's write our angle addition statement. So we have measurement of angle LMD plus measurement of angle DMB, which is this obtuse angle right here. That's going to be equal to measurement of angle LMB. So measurement of angle LMB is the straight line right here, LMB. So now we're just going to replace these angles with the given expressions and the values that we know. So LMD is 6x minus 2. And then DMB is 15x minus 7. And then angle LMB, well, that's just a straight line, and straight angles are equal to 180 degrees. So then we just have to solve this equation. So let's combine our like terms, 6x and 15x. That's going to give me 21x. And then I have a negative 2 and a negative 7. That's going to give me negative 9. And the 180 didn't change. So to isolate the 21x, we're going to add the 9 over. We get 21x is equal to 189. And then when you divide by 21, you get an answer of x equals 9. So I wanted to find the measure of angle LMD, which is 6x minus 2. So measurement of angle LMD equals 6x minus 2. I'm going to substitute my answer for x, which was 9, into that expression. 6 times 9 is 54, and 54 minus 2 is going to be 52 degrees. And don't forget to write your angle addition statement in the box. On tests and quizzes, a box will be provided for you to write all of your answers in, just like we are doing here.